Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm dancing my head back and forth, side to side, but no, seriously.
I told you not to sell.
Alright guys, Richtech Robotics are our stock. With price targets of $3, inside a wedge, holding above the 200. And today we did flip it. I flipped it. Some people are going to hold, obviously. But I flipped it today mainly because I figured we would pull back, which is exactly what's happening right now. Like a lot of stocks, you know, they pumped up big and they pulled back immediately. So I figured Richtech Robotics would kind of follow the markets here and pull back, but that's not what's happening. You can see red, like there's green here, but it's like everything just pulled back and it's gonna close red. Nvidia barely holding on to green here as well. So I figured after the pump, I'm like, we're probably gonna come down lower. But that's not the case, so I think it's still a buy under $2. I'll probably buy again. I want to see this break out more than anything. I guess you can make adjustments here and move this up here. I guess you could say maybe let's go to the what is the weekly? The weekly here. If everything goes well, we'll break out to the upside and we'll go to 250. So that would be your target. That might also give us a crossover on the MACD, which the last time that happened, we pumped from a low of 70 cents to $5. So, you know, there's that. We got to look at the higher time frames. Let's see, monthly. The monthly shows us that we've been going sideways here for 3 months. Damn. This has been holding up very well. I'm going to have to put in 10K because I only bought $1,000 this morning and flipped it for 70 bucks. I was like, you know what? I'll take the 70 bucks because I was just looking to flip. I fully expected the stock market to pull back because it did this last time. Trump says something, it pumps, and then everything pulls back. It's sold off, right? That happened last time, so I was like, it's probably gonna happen again. Let's just you know, play the little pump and take the profit, and then we'll get back in. I'll be more than happy to buy at $2 and under. Either way, I'm not gonna buy just yet. I want to see how it closes. It's not about how we start; it's about how we finish the day. And at any point, Trump could just open his mouth and we drop anyways. So that aside, let me just take a quick look at Bitcoin and see how it's moving. It's still showing strength here. Okay, just making sure everything's looking good outside of RR itself. RR here. You know, the funny thing is, the last time we were in a wedge, you can even draw it like this if you want, but yeah, the last time we were in one of these, let me remove this. The last time we were in one of these, it broke down. So the question is it going to be a repeat and we're just going to come up to the top of this trend line and then break down again? Or are we actually going to pump to 250, 260? That is the question. So that's why I wanted to flip and just be cautious, right? It's a wedge and we are in a bear market still. So until things turn around, I'm just going to play it cautious. We'll see how low this goes, but let me draw. There's your trend line. So we would have to break out of that. Yeah, so are we going to come up and retest it and just go lower anyways, or what? What's going to happen? What do you guys think? Let me look at the weekly one more time. I mean, we're getting ready to make a move somewhere, either up or down. Either way, you can either choose to play the pattern or you can accumulate and just continue to hold regardless of the price, right? Who was it? Was it Warren Buffett who said if you buy a stock, always be okay with holding it 50% down? Because if you truly believe in it, it's gonna run back to you and then higher. Bullish on it, it's a buy. So let's get off the charts here and let's go over to, let me see, Richtech Robotics. I want to take a quick look at the total revenue. The revenue, it went down from 2023 it went down from 8 million to 1.24 million. We look at the quarterly in the first quarter here, 2025, 1.26 million compared to Q1 2024, 1.1 million. So there was an increase at least quarter to quarter. 2024 compared to 2025. There was an increase, 0.15 million increase in. Yeah, there was a pretty sizable increase in cost of goods sold as well here. The cost of goods sold jumped here. Negative 115K Q4 2024. Q1 2025 it jumped up to 6. It jumped up like 5x. A little over 5x. Interesting. Let me look at let me see what's eating them alive here. Operating expenses in the negative millions. Negative 452 million. Most of that is G&A, or no. Most of that is most of that is general and administrative. Because research and development is it's kind of hovering in the 400K range on average, it seems. So it's the G&A and admin. Yeah, it's the admin, general administrative expenses. That's what it's eating their. That's what's eating their you know what. What is their net income? Where's net income? Why am I blind? Do I kid? Okay, there it is. Negative 3.55. So as time goes by, they're actually becoming more and more negative in terms of they're not even getting close. They're not getting closer to profitability. Let me put it that way. That's the better way to put it. Balance sheet is fine. I don't see anything. I don't see anything to be concerned about with regards to the balance sheet. I did notice where is it? Is it total current assets? Their cash jumped from 9 million to 30 million. That's the first thing I've noticed. The receivables is down compared to Q1 and Q2 2024. In Q4 2023, they had 5.71 in total receivables. Total inventory jumped up to 1.4 million, its highest since 2023. Inventory work in progress, inventories finished goods, and raw materials. Okay. What are their liabilities? Let's look at their liabilities real quick. 530K. Short-term debt. Alright, nothing to be concerned about there. I wanted to go through some PRs. You know, they got the Medbutt, first humanoid bartender to join the MLB, serves cocktails at All-Star Game. They do have to do offerings every now and then. I did notice that. They have to do offerings. They have to raise money. So this one kind of reminds me of, there's other robotic stocks that I keep track of, and they're always raising money. But if it can hold a bottom, which at this point it's holding, for months it's been holding this level here very well, then at that point we can take advantage of the pumps. The worst thing that can happen is they do an offering yet again right before a big pump. That would suck. So I hope they raised enough money for the year. You know, just raise a lot of money for the year and that's it. You know, if you're gonna raise money, just do it once and move on. Because if they're just doing it every few months, it's a headline that causes people to go, oh, I'm just gonna sell off, which is opportunity for those that believe in it long term. But I would rather they just get it out of the way. This is another one that I wanted to look at. Most bullish insider is the CEO, and their holdings value went up 128% last week. The top 8 shareholders own 51% of the company. What about their selling? I'm curious. Have they sold? The CEO is the largest shareholder with 31% of shares outstanding. Interesting. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that. Richtech Robotics Insider sales. Or sells, I should have put. Let's look at the trading activity here. I am curious. So they sold. Someone sold at 34 cents. They must be kicking themselves. Like, oh no, it went to $2 plus. This was in March. A month ago, the president sold 60,000 shares at 1.67. So only sells, let me look at the transaction. Oh damn, she dumped it. she holds 0 shares. The Emperor has no robots, cutting through AI hype to find solutions that actually work. This is a 7 to 9 minute read. We're going to go through it real quick. How companies fabricate AI capabilities they can't deliver through the use of CGI. Yeah, I'm aware of that. What physical AI really means in robotics without the buzzword salad. Intelligent robotic systems that operate and respond to the physical world. That's our entire AI robotics philosophy distilled into 7 words. Machines that serve so humans can soar. Even when competitors show real AI robotics footage, it is typically in perfectly controlled environments that bear no resemblance to your business operations. That's true. Or they have human puppeteers. That's also true as well. Most advanced AI robotics companies conveniently avoid discussing if their technology will ever deliver financial returns. Let's see. The market confirms our approach. The global AI robotics market is projected to reach a staggering $283 billion by 2032. After deploying hundreds of AI-powered systems in real-world environments, we've developed a ruthless authentication framework that exposes pretenders instantly. Here are the 5 non-negotiable tests any legitimate physical AI system must pass. Can it reliably understand constantly changing environments using computer vision? Or does the robot freeze when someone moves a chair? Does it navigate complex situations without human hand-holding? Can your non-technical staff communicate with the robot easily? Will your automated system function in your environment through real-time sensor processing, not just a sterile lab? Was the robot built to complement human capabilities through human-centered AI or awkwardly replace them? Oh, they're made in America. Well, that's good to know. So we don't got to... No wonder they've been holding off so well. No wonder they've been holding up so well. Made in America. Location matters more than ever in the manufacturing of AI robotics. While competitors scrambled to reconfigure their supply chains after recent tariff changes, our strategic decision to conduct parts of our AI-powered robotics manufacturing and development process in America transformed from a risky bet to an absolute win. We'll skip the CGI and show you the real AI robots. Adam, transforming food service economics, automated bartending is revolutioning the food and beverage industry. Labor typically accounts for 30 to 35% of restaurant costs. That's true. Anyone who opens up a new restaurant, they're always like, employees, man. Employees suck. Not just as people, well, as workers, I should say. Sometimes as people as well, but also they're the biggest expense. With bartenders averaging 30 to 40 drinks per hour during peak periods. Titan. I don't know what this. I have not heard of Titan, so I can't comment on it. I've heard of Atom, but not Titan. Medbot. So what? Medbots, they deliver? They deliver in what? In hospitals? Acute care facility? Translating to $12,000 in immediate payroll savings. Medbot freed critical healthcare workers to focus on what truly matters, patient care. Alright, this was a good read. When did this come out? Because they mentioned the tariffs, so this came out recently. I don't see a date. That's why I'm wondering when this came out. I do not see a date here, so. And they did expand recently. They expanded their headquarters. Yeah, they maintained their commitment to U.S. assembly and manufacturing with flagship